See if this is a little bit easier with fewer distractions. Good. Ready? Get it. So I'm just hitting this clicker right here when he makes eye contact with me. I want to pay for engagement, which means he's looking at me, he's coming up close to me, he's asking me for help. Possibly great skill to build up if you're looking to get better leash skills. I do want to talk to you about the equipment that he came in on. I see both him and his brother are on retractable leashes, and I would definitely say that they're over the size limit for retractable leashes for safety reasons. I'm one of very few trainers that actually does use retractable leashes. I use them for smaller dogs, and they tend to do well for clients that can't necessarily bend down super well. Also great for low population areas, so people out in the country. For a dog a little bit size, retractable leashes are really hazard. There's a few things that can happen, especially if you live in the city or around people or other obstacles. It can get wrapped around things or people. They can also go flying out of your hand. So for a dog of this size and this composite, that could very easily happen. They can also break and snap. Ready? Which is a hazard for the handler and the dog. So I would love to see this guy on maybe a 8 to 10 foot leash. I love those biothane leashes because they can wipe clean. They're waterproof. Lil Bit. I love the harness that he came in on. Love that you're using a harness. I think that harness is actually biothane. So excellent start. We probably just want to make sure that the leash is a safe option for him. It's also just a little bit easier to get leverage with a standard leash than the retractable leash. You know, if you need to get your dog to move away from something, a lot of times with the retractable, it's like pulling a lawnmower, whereas with the leash, I prefer to, if the dog is pulling in one direction, I prefer to just pivot about 90 degrees. Lil Bit. Ready? Yes! There you go. Woo! Careful. There you go. There you're using your nose. So for walks, I would recommend getting a new leash. Get something kind of like this, maybe a fanny pack where you can put some treats. I'm working with a combination of kibble, hot dogs, and cheese. Get you a clicker. The clicker is what we're using to mark behaviors that we like. So to get rid of behaviors that we don't want to see, it can be really easy to mark and reward for behaviors we like, such as making eye contact, that level of engagement. We're having a lot easier time now that there's fewer distractions. I would also recommend getting a snuffle mat. This one is, I believe, silicone, but you can get cloth ones as well. This can help to lower your dog's arousal level in the home. If you're looking for him to calm down on your walk, and I recommend only taking one dog at a time, you can just sprinkle some treats in the grass. Once again, sniffing, licking, and chewing, helping him to lower his arousal level. Yes, lowering that cortisol, that adrenaline, those hormones that are being released when he sees that other dog or that person. I noticed with Lil Bit, it's really hard to get him back down to a normal level once he's reached that threshold where he's barking at the fence, where his hackles are raised. Very hard for him to come down from that. I would love for him to develop some more coping strategies, like sniffing, to help decompress after that happens. Another good option might be a Kong or some sort of enrichment toy with peanut butter or another lickable treat. I like to do the West Paw topple with canned food, and then you just freeze it. And then he gets to work on it for usually 20 to 30 minutes at the very least. It's frozen, so it's hard to get out all in one go. I also love to get just an entire rotisserie chicken, like from Costco, and use the meat for, people and dogs. And then we actually take the carcass of the chicken with water and boil it down and strain the bones out of there. It's a very lovely bone broth. Chicken jello. Yes, which you can freeze in your enrichment toy. Really awesome thing for him to worry away at instead of just getting more and more worked up. Good boy. That's looking much better. So pay for engagement, start in a low distraction environment like this, then eye contact can start to become a default behavior, even in the presence of other dogs. Lil Bit, ready? And you see how I'm not correcting him. I'm not saying, no, stop that. A lot of times when our dogs are jumping up on us, start to push them away and say, you're bad. That can actually function like these little treats here as positive reinforcement. So I want to make sure I'm not doing that here. So he can jump on me all he wants. He's not going to get anything from me. Not even a little bit of attention. Good boy. How you get attention? Just look at me. So easy. Look at me with 4 paws on the ground. Yeah, I'm pretty easy. Please. I love that he's sniffing. I think more opportunities to sniff will do him well. And that's one of the benefits of having a longer leash. If you're not using the retractable, that 8 to 10 foot leash can give him a lot of freedom of movement to sniff around. Calm down. Good boy.